Are you guys ready for the Fierce podcast? I mean, really? Are you really ready for the Fierce podcast? I don't know if you're ready. I just do not know if you're ready for it. Whew. You know what? I've got something that'll help. Check out one of the greatest theme songs to an 80s television show right now. Oh yeah, you guys know what time it is. It's fucking Airwolf time, motherfucker! That's right. That's right. It is one of the greatest fucking songs ever. All right, that's what I needed. Fears needed that to, get going on the podcast. All right. Hola, ¿cómo está? Mi llamo Juan Miedos mucho excelente el Fierzo Streamo. That's right. Welcome. So, guys, I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Big news. That's right. Easter is this Sunday. I hope you all have a wonderful Easter, whether you're going to church by yourself or going to church with your wife or your family, or you guys are just going to stay home and have a meal. Whatever you guys decide on doing, I hope you guys will have fun. I hope you guys have a great Easter. God bless. And Fears has got a lot of stuff to do on Easter. Oh, man. Anyway, let's see. Ricardo says, let's go. That's right. Well, welcome, Ricardo. Good to see you. Good to see you in the chat. You must be new. You must be a new fan. Let me know. Let me know how new you are and how you found out my channel. I'm just curious. Anyway, Fears is going to church, and then after church, we're having a big, church luncheon, and then after the church luncheon, I get to be the Easter Bunny, and I get to hide all the eggs, and we're going to have a massive Easter egg hunt like we did last time. I'll probably vlog a little bit. I don't know if I'll vlog a lot, but I'll vlog a little bit, but yeah. Anyway, someone just liked the show, so thank you very much for the like. I appreciate that. Anyway, so Ricardo, how did you find out about my channel? I'm just curious. Yo, Visions, what's up? Visions, I'm sorry I'm a little late. I know I wrote you around 2:30 something. Classic Fears, right? Well, here's what happened. One, I had to take a shower because I went jogging around my apartment complex. Then I got hungry. So I ate, and as I was eating, I messaged you. And then I was like, well, I better go use the restroom, before the show. So I did that. Then I had to make coffee because I thought I had already brewed some, and I did not brew anything because normally right when I get home from work, I'll brew some coffee, make some breakfast, and then I go right to sleep, so. But I wasn't really that tired, so I only had a little cat nap, and I woke up, so I got home at 9 because they let me go at 8:30, and I guess there was an accident on the road, so it took me 30 minutes to get home. So I slept from about 9 to 10:45. I just needed a quick cat nap because I've got other stuff to do today. Tomorrow, I'm going to buy some lemonade and some, I'm sick and tired of carrot cake. My friend was like, Fears, why don't you always bring carrot cake to your little church luncheons. I was like, that's true. He goes, bring something else. And I said, I could bring some lemonade and oh God, Visions. There's these cookies that I fucking love. I don't know if they sell them at Costco because I have a membership to Costco and Sam's Club. I just haven't vlogged in there yet. I need to vlog in there because Fears loves doing classic Costco trips or Sam's Club, but they've got these fucking monster cookies at fucking Sam's Club. They may have them at Costco, but my friend's like, why don't you just take those massive cookies that you like, Fears, and get some lemonade? And I was like, actually, cookies and lemonade sounds fantastic. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I have to prepare and get that stuff tomorrow. So yeah, buddy. But anyway, whether you celebrate Easter or not, I hope you guys have a great Sunday. If you do celebrate Easter, it's one of the most fantastic days. It's when, our Lord Savior, Jesus Christ, the big guy upstairs, the big guy, that's what I like to call him, the guy that runs everything upstairs, that's when he rose from the grave. Not even a crucifixion could take that down. He's a badass. He's like, oh, what? Yeah? You want to kill me? Huh? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, kill me. He goes, that won't stop me. Kill me, motherfucker. Go for it. And so they did. They crucified him, right? And then he's like, I'll just wait like 3 days, because it took 3 days. And he's like, I'll just wait 3 days. I'll just chill for a little while. And then basically he just went, all right, well, I'm going to go to heaven. So peace, deuce, later. I am the Son of God. So up your ass. How about that? So rock on, Jesus. Rock on. I've seen Ricardo around before. He's a big music fan. Oh, is he? Okay. All right. Right on. Well, then why are you watching Fears? I'm not a big music fan. I mean, I like music. I appreciate music. But Ricardo, I hate to burst your bubble. I'm more of a movie fan. Fears, in his collection, has well over 3,000. I think we're pushing 3,500 movies. But I do appreciate some music. Visions, I just got around. Remember when I went to FYE, which I may go again tomorrow, because I saw a steel book of fucking John Carpenter's The Fog, and I must have it. Oh, fucking hell, I must have it. Oh, shit. And I'm going to try and find Chud 2 there. I'm going to try and find, because I found Chud 1, so if I can find Chud 1, I'm definitely going to try and find Chud 2. So I got a few goodies on my to-do list. Because if I can find it before the Missouri trip, I'll probably find it at V-Stock when I'm in town. Because V-Stock Visions, if you ever go to Missouri, go to fucking V-Stock. In St. Peters, Missouri, at the Mid-Rivers Mall. It's a huge fucking store, man. It's fucking massive. But anyway, on the way to work the other day, I finally got around Visions. When I went to FYE, remember I got the soundtrack for Halloween 2018. Oh my god, it was so good. There was barely any words on it, but man, the music, it was cool, it was creepy, but I did appreciate the music. They had the chase scene, the dun 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 dun. You know what? When he's chasing someone, you hear the dun 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 dun. I listened to that. Then of course they had the Mr. Sandman, from Halloween 2. That fucker was on there, and then they had the classic that one. That's an oldie but a goodie. Yeah. Speaking of Michael Myers, biatches, right here. That's right. Screw fucking Pinhead. Screw the goddamn leprechaun and his fucking golden shit. Michael's a badass. Michael is the best. He's a badass. Screw Jason Voorhees. I mean, I like Jason Voorhees, but not as much as Michael O. Myers. Oh, shit. That's right. That's right. Anyway, Visions, how's your day going? Did you do a lot of orders today? Has it been a busy work day? I hope everyone's had a wonderful Friday. Wonderful Friday. Work was good for me, but man, I got there, and my female boss says, Fears, don't hate me. And I was like, well, why would I hate you? And she goes, Fears, on Thursday, we had a pretty easy day. And I said, yeah. I said, we had like 37,000. She goes, yeah. She goes, we definitely don't have 30,000 today. I was like, oh, man. I said, how many do we have? She goes, Fears, don't beat me up. I said, first of all, I'm a gentleman. I said, I would never hit a lady. She goes, Fears, I'm just going to give you a hug right now. So she gave me a hug, and then she goes, we've got 47,000. I was like, no! Oh, man. So it was a busy day, Visions, at work. It was a busy day, but it was a good day. So anyway, that's why Fears didn't get out of there until 9:30ish, 9 o'clock-ish, somewhere around there. Oh, no, wait, I got home at 9:30. That's right. So it took me 30 minutes to get home. So anyway, I bought 2 Easter shirts, and I should have went to go grab them. I'll let you guys decide which ones I'm gonna wear. I got a blue one, and then like a light green one. So I'm gonna wear them both eventually, but I just don't know which one to wear to church on Sunday. So let me go get them real quick, and I will show them from now until I get back, just go ahead and study this fucking hilarious stormtrooper. So I'll show you guys here in just a minute. I'll be right back. Study the fucking stormtrooper. All right, here we go. Here we go. I'm not sure between these two guys. So I'm going to show them to you. And then you guys can decide. All right, here's the first one. What do you think about that? There we go. It's a nice shirt. It's very Florida. It's got like tons of little coconut drinks. It is a Hawaiian shirt. It just doesn't have any Hawaiian trees on it, Visions. It's just got some coconut drinks on it. So that's the first one. On the second one, I got this really nice blue shirt. So what do you think? Either the light green one or the blue one for church? Let me know. Which one do you guys like better? Put it in the chat. I'm gonna go hang these back up so they don't get messed up. I'll be right back. All right. So those are my options. Either the light green one or the dark blue one. I like them both. I just haven't decided which ones I'm gonna do. But I don't know. We'll see. But if you guys have got any suggestions, if you guys like one more than the other, let me know. Put it in the chat. Anyway, today we're going to talk about Searching. Good movie. I'm going to review it. Limitless. And then Rick loved my traveling questions vision so much. He's like, Fierce, I'm on vacation, man. He's like, you got to do a part deuce. I was like, fucking Rick with your traveling questions. I'm like, all right, buddy, I'll do a fucking part 2. Oh, by the way, I finally figured out what Encanta means. You know, Visions, because I was watching that porn, and she kept going, oh, Encanta, baby, Encanta. I was like, what the fuck does that actually mean? So I looked it up, so I'm going to pull it up right now. It says, here we go. Let me pull it up. So I just said, define the Spanish word Encanta. And it basically says Spanish word translation to English has 2 meanings. One, to like something very, very, very much, or to love something very, very, very much. So that makes sense. You know, she was screaming at the top of her lungs, oh, Encanta. I was like, well, that's probably why she likes it or she loves it. So I was like, that makes a lot of sense. But I just had no idea what the fuck Encanta means. So I finally looked it up, buddy. And I was like, I just have to figure this out, So there it is. I finally figured it out. Anyway, buddy, I hope you and Ricardo are having a good day. We got 2 people watching, Lord Visions, and hopefully I'm saying his name right. Ricardo. That's Spanish. It's very Spanishy. So yeah. So Vision, has it been a huge day, or has it been a good day? Has it been a big work day, or did you take the day off, or did you get a nap in? Vision said he rarely naps, and I was like, dude, you got to set some time aside, and get some Z's, man. Like work for 4 hours, and then take like a nice 15-minute to 20-minute power nap, and then just get right back on get on that fucking merch. You know what I'm saying? There's always time for a good nap. Always. Fears always takes a nap every single day. Every single day I take a good old nap. Sometimes I take 2 naps a day. I'll edit for a little while. I'll eat some dinner, and then I'll pop in a movie. And then after the movie, I'll take a nap. And then I'll pop in another movie, and then right before I go to bed, I'll take another nap, and then I go to bed. So I get 2 or 3 naps in a day. At least 2 naps a day. At least. If I'm really busy, then 1 nap. So far I've only had 1 nap, and it's probably going to be 1 nap today because I've got a whole bunch of laundry to do because Fears has been lazy. And I haven't done laundry for a week and a half, motherfucker. So I'm going to do, if not all my laundry, some of my laundry because I'm running out of clothes to wear. And then I have to do some ironing. Those shirts, I'm eventually going to pick one or the other, either the green one or the blue one, and then iron them. So yeah. I try to get all my sleep at once. I have too much to do to be napping and I'm sorry, that was a good way to put it, buddy. He's like, I have too much to do to be napping and fapping. I mean, you know, I get in a good fap too. You know, I get in a good fap too. At least, well, I don't want to say how many times, but yeah. No, I hear you, buddy. I hear you. I'm just saying. I know you're probably running a business. I can only imagine how busy Lord Visions is, you know? Like, when I come to see you, buddy, that's why nobody gave me that idea. Like, Randall, oh, wait, I'll tell you the story, Visions, and I'm not going to embellish it. This is exactly what happened. It was either when me and Randall went to the beach or we were driving to the beach. And he went, Fears. He goes, I watched your stream the other day. So this is a couple weeks ago because me and Randall went to the beach like 2 weeks ago. And he goes, Fears. He goes, you were going fucking nuts on a stream about you going to visit Visions. I'm like, I'm that excited. He goes, really, Fears? Are you really that excited? I said, dude, the guy's been my friend and a fan for what, how many years, Visions? What, 5 years now? It's either 5, 6 years, something like that. I refresh my memory. How many years have you been watching the Fears, man? It's been a while, at least 4 years, at least. Probably more than that. I said, Randall, of course I'm that excited. I said, Visions has been nothing. He's done nothing but like spread love and support. I said, he's gave me a bunch of free stuff. I said, the least I could do is go visit the guy. I said, Randall, he didn't have to do any of that shit. I said, he did that out of the kindness of his heart. I said, he's a good fucking dude. I said, he's never fucked me over. He's never trolled me. I said, yeah, me and him, like, we tease each other, but I said, that's what guys do. I said, he's not like Horrible Joey or fucking Adam Bacchini that, like, fucking crucifies my life and makes fun of every video I make. I said, he doesn't do that. So that's why I was so excited in that fucking stream. And then the reason why I brought this up, he's like, well, what are you guys going to do? Like Randall said, I said, we got a couple ideas. I said, Randall, me and Visions will probably come up with more ideas when I actually get there. But I said, we've got a few. I said, Visions, can we please go check out some movie locations? And Visions is just the coolest guy ever. Like, I've noticed, Visions, that you're kind of like easy Ozy, like you're up for whatever. So, like, I told Randall, I was like, Visions was like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we can check out some Goonie locations. And then you told me the story about the crazy fucking, like, neighbors that, like, live down the fucking street. They're like, fuck you, Goonie fans, get out of here with the fucking banner and shit. And I was like, they can put up their banner all they want. You know what? I'll walk by them and go, yeah, you're hilarious. I'm like, I don't care what your banner says. Me and Visions are diehard Goonie fans, so thumbs up to your fucking banner, but try by, see you later. I'm walking past that banner, and I'm getting a good selfie in front of that house. That's right, motherfuckers. So I told Randall, I said, we're going to go do the thing. And then I came up, oh, no, it was Visions' idea. Visions came up, he said, well, Fears, I do own some guns, we could go shooting. I said, that's a fantastic idea. And then I thought of the idea, Visions. Remember this? Because you said there's a couple of good miniature golf. You said near a pier or something, like at some carnival or something. You said there's 2 at the carnival, and then you said there's one like in your hometown. I was like, oh, we can do that. So Randy's like, Fears. He goes, you think Visions is any good at like miniature golf? I was like, I don't know, Randall. We'll find out. And he goes, well, Fears, I've only won you in miniature golf 1 or 2 times. And I was like, Randall, it's 1 time. It's not 2 times, it's 1 time. And I said, Randall, the same thing happened with Sam. I said, my golf game one day went to shit. I said, I'm normally good at normal golf, and I love golf. It relaxes me. I don't care any type of golf. I like miniature golf, real golf. Now, I've only played real golf, like on a real golf course, Visions, like 4 times in my life. Twice was with church. Once was with my friend and his family, and then once was with my dad, which was really fucking cool. Because I was like, I didn't know my dad liked golf. And he's like, yeah, he goes, I just don't ever have any time to do it, John. And I was like, well, let's go. I said, Dad, let's fucking go. He's like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. And I was like, right on, let's go fucking golfing. And it was me, my dad, my brother, and my mom doesn't like, I don't think my mom went. No, she didn't go because she doesn't like golf. She likes shopping. So Visions, I told Randall, I said, we got a couple ideas. And he's like, is that it, Fears? He goes, that's only like 3 ideas. I said, well, he's definitely going to show me around Portland, around the area. And then Randall, I said, I came up with this idea. And he's like, so Visions only came up with one idea. I said, well, it's not a fucking competition, you know. I said, again, we'll think of some more stuff whenever I get there. And I said, actually, Randall, I said, you're wrong. I said, Visions wants to go have a beer, just like Gothic King Cobra. He wants to have a beer with Fears. So I said, technically, that's number 2 idea for Lord Visions, you know. Again, it's not a big contest. And I'm just as easy-ozy. Like Visions, I was like, Randall, you know how chill I am. I'm just like, when I get there to Portland, I'm like, Visions, I'm up for whatever you want to do. Let's go get something to eat. Let's fucking get drunk off our asses and fucking walk on the beach. I don't give a shit. Let's just fucking go nuts. I said, I don't care what we do. It's going to be great. Whatever we do, it's going to be fucking great, you know? And Randall's like, Fears, you are really excited. I said, I am. I said, Visions is a cool dude. I said, he's one of the coolest online friends I've ever met and ever had in my life. So I said, buddy, I said, Randall, I said, I can't wait to turn an online friend into an actual, like, physical friend. I said, because it's weird, you know, like, you know, Visions, like when you were telling me, like, you had been friends with Gothic King Cobra for, like, ever, right? But then you're like, Fears, it's so weird, like, even though I watch him, like, every day, he's still a stranger. And then he goes, he didn't really become like a physical friend until I actually met the dude. And I was like, well, the same thing will probably happen with us. We are friends, but I don't know what to expect, because Visions and all the fans, they know a lot about Fears. I know a few things about Visions, you know, but, you know, yeah. Yo, Heroes and Films is in the house. You're late. Where the hell have you been? You're late, motherfucker. You are late, you son of a bitch. How dare you? I should take this goddamn coffee and throw it right in your fucking face. I'm just joking. I won't do that, buddy. Because then everyone would be like, Fears, you're a fucking idiot. You just threw coffee at your fucking computer and then it just fried, you know, its ass off and shit. So, yeah. No, I'm joking. What's up, Heroes? I actually was talking, Visions, I actually was talking to Heroes on the phone prior to this hangout. Heroes, you just left work, right? Because when I talked to you, you were at work and you said you were moments away from leaving. I hope it was a good work day, buddy. Again, I had a great work day. It just, we were busy off our fucking ass. I kid you. You guys think I'm kidding. 47,000 is a lot. But you know what? I'm dreading. Well, I'm kind of dreading it, but I'm kind of not dreading it. Around Christmas time, Visions, you ready to hear this? The most packages we ever had, ever. One of my managers came up to me last Christmas and said, Fears, you're going to laugh. And I said, oh yeah? I said, why is that? And he goes, because we have so much, it's just so laughable. And I went, well, how much do we have? He goes, just Fears, just see if you can guess. I went, well, it's around Christmas time, 50, 60,000. And he goes, you're getting close. He goes, but you're halfway. And I said, well, how much is it? And he went, Fears, yesterday we had 90,000. Today we have 125,000. I went, oh, Lordy. I almost said, holy Jesus, but I didn't want to get in trouble at work, you know, or swear, you know. So I went, holy moly. And he went, yeah. He goes, we're not getting out of here till like 10 in the morning, 10:45-ish. One day I didn't get out of there till 11. That's the latest I've ever stayed, like 10:30-ish, 11-ish. Because as soon as we're done, then the trucks leave. The drivers get in their trucks, and then they go off into the day and make all their deliveries, and then they don't come back until all their deliveries are done. So, like, whenever, you know, Sam worked there, before he got his new job, Sam would call me up sometimes like, hey, Fears, guess what? Good news, sport. And I'm like, what's up? He was like, it's 8:50 at night, and I'm still making deliveries. And I was like, really? And he goes, yeah, man, 8:50. And I was like, when are you getting home, Sam? He goes, well, I got 4 or 5 more stops, so I probably won't be home until 9. So Visions, I do look, yes, exactly. Vision says, hell yeah, extra. So I do look forward to all those extra hours around Christmas time. And literally, they have a meeting. They have a meeting right before, like, Thanksgiving. They said, Guys, they said 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, that's when it starts getting really insane, because that's when people start early Christmas shopping. I try to get all my Christmas shopping done like quick, because A, the malls and the shops are insane, and what's Fears' credo? Just like MacGyver's. Always prepare. You know, that's the Boy Scout in me. Always prepare. Always have a plan like fucking MacGyver. And get it done quick. Because if you wait till the last minute, holy Jesus, it's going to be bumper to bumper, pack in those stores around good old Christmas time. So Visions, you are right. The extra hours, like a lot of extra hours, start 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, then around Thanksgiving, then after Thanksgiving, then the whole month of Christmas, then in January, and then around February, like the first week in February, that's when it goes back to like normal hours. But actually, they're handing out extra hours right now. I didn't take any this week because I was just so busy with errands and shit. But next week, I'm going to do first shift. First shift goes from 5 o'clock at night till 10. So I'm really going to try. I want to get rid of my second job because it's very boring, my second job. That's why I haven't said much about it. It's horrible. I'm not happy. I'm happy at FedEx, though. FedEx, that's a rocking job. It's a rocking job. And I'll probably stay there until, hopefully I can get that airline job, you know? So, we'll see. We'll see. Because if I got the airline job, oh, man. $28 an hour, and Fears can travel as much as I want. Rock on. Why? Because I love traveling. Whether it's by boat, by sea, by plane, by fucking, you know, teleportation shit, you know, anything, you know. Everyone's laughing like, Fears, you're fucking hilarious. Like, that doesn't exist. The key word is yet. We don't have teleportation yet. But we will. One of these days. We'll see. Anyway, yo. We got Ricardo. We got Lord Visions, I should say. Lord Visions is in the house. And then the myth, the man, the fucking legend that is Heroes and Villains. Heroes, thank God you did a review on Mario. I cannot wait to see Mario. It's going to be fucking great. Will it be as cheesy, though, as the 93 one? Probably not, because I don't think anything can beat the 93 one in the cheesiness factor. Well, Killer Clowns has got the same cheesiness as the 93 Mario. Hopefully I don't have to sit in the front row like the first time, like when I was 9 or 10, and I'm like watching the movie like that the whole fucking time. So hopefully I get a good seat whenever I see this new version of Mario. And then in the new version of Mario, I'm so excited. All the classic characters there. You got fucking Toad. You got, it's a Mario. You got fucking Luigi, you know, with his little fucking... Oh, no, wait. Who's the fucking guy that, like, twists his little mustache and shit? It's like his evil twin, or what the fuck is... Wario, right? Isn't that his name? He's, like, always like, ha, 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 and he's, like, twisting his little fucking mustache and shit, and he actually wears purple and yellow. It's fucking Wario. I think he's in there. The sexy babe, Princess Toadstool. Like, look, she's a babe, right? I'll give her that. She's a babe. But is she Mia? No, she's not. For two reasons. One, Mia's got bigger boobies. And is Princess Toadstool making any marinara sauce? No. And Fears loves Italian food. And I love me some marinara sauce. So even though Princess Toadstool is a babe, right? She's a babe. You know, when Fears was like 8 or 9, that was pretty much like one of my first crushes was Princess Toadstool. But she'll never be a Mia. That's right. So yeah. Vision says, we took our niece to see it last night. Place was super busy. Visions, did you like it? Did you and Mrs. Visions and your niece, did you guys all enjoy it? What did you think? Give us the lowdown. Yo, Richie, what's up? How you been? Well, that's good. I'm glad that you guys went out. Taking the niece out, that was very nice of you guys. Richie, what's up, man? Richie, I just saw your oh, hang on. Let me go to your channel. I'm trying to keep up. I watched a couple of your streams back to back last night before work. I couldn't remember if I saw your gummy bear challenge. I think I did, but I rewatched that just to make sure I got it. And I skipped the Little Debbie's Nutty Buddy cereal review. So I haven't watched that yet. But I just recently watched, when I got home from work, I watched the drinking Pepsi Peeps in the shower. That was an interesting video. That was an interesting video, buddy. And I see that you washed your shower. No black, crusty stuff in the cracks of your shower. So that's good. That's good. I'm glad that you finally cleaned the good old shower. Not making fun of you, buddy, but I was watching the videos, and at one point I was like, "Oh lordy, black mildew in the crevices of the cracks." I was like, "Oh God," because Fears. I'm a super Clean-O-Matic 9000. I can't stand. That's why I've told you guys many times. I cringe beyond belief when I watched that Hoarders show. I could barely get through it. I was like, "Oh God, fucking Hoarders," that. And then I can't fathom why people would live in filth. So that's why I clean like once or twice a week, or sometimes twice a week. Seriously. The only thing I was lazy on is I just stuffed all of my dirty clothes like in the hamper. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll get around to it. But at least I compressed it all into the hamper. At least it wasn't just like fucking thrown all over the floor. I've only done that a couple of times, and I was like, I can't be doing that anymore. So today's going to be a lot of laundry. So yeah. But I did enjoy the Pepsi drinking video, buddy. It was an interesting video. But I'll get around to the snack cake review whenever I get some time. So Visions, did you and your family like you said it was super busy. I would assume because that movie, I mean, I watched the trailers. When I went and saw Scream, there was a line. There was a line like to buy pre-tickets, and there had to be at least 25 people in that line to we know it's not out yet, but we need to buy some pre-tickets. And I bought my popcorn and soda for Scream, and I was like, "Hey, what's that line for?" Oh, he goes, "It's not out yet." He goes, "But they're buying pre-tickets for Mario." And I was like, "I don't want to do that. I'm too lazy for that." I said, "I'll just one day when it comes out, I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll just go and watch it randomly, But again, I hate to be a hypocrite sometimes, but sometimes Fears is. The prepared Fears would buy the tickets in advance. Sometimes I get in these lazy spurts where I'm like, nah, I'll just go to the movie theater and see if I can luck out and get some tickets that way. It depends on my mood on that day. It really depends. But yeah. But did you guys enjoy the movie, Visions? Let me know. Give me the lowdown. Did you like it, yay or nay? Let me know. Let me know. Who else? Who else in the chat has watched Super Mario Bros.? I know Heroes had, and Heroes said that he liked it. And by the way, I saw in the Discord last night. Last night in the Discord, I saw that it was Heroes' little guy's, his little buddy. He is 7 years old now. So happy birthday to you, little guy. Happy birthday. Cheers to you. I'm sure it was a fun birthday, hanging out with mom, hanging out with sister, hanging out with brother, hanging out with good old dad. Visions, I hope LC filmed it because I saw some pictures, LC, in the Discord. You and Mrs. Heroes and Villains and Collectibles, you seemed a little sloshed out of your minds. Just a tad. So the whole family wasn't drunk, but good Lord, Heroes and Mrs. Heroes was quite sloshed out of their minds, and they were a drunk. So, and when I talked to Heroes on the phone, he went, "Oh yeah, Fears, we were drunk." And I said, "Was it a good time?" And he went, "Oh yeah." And I said, "Did you guys go to Dave & Buster's?" It seemed like you guys went to Dave & Buster's. I'm not going to reveal the place where they actually went, because Fears may go to this place and film and vlog there. So I don't want any trolls calling the number "Hey, Fears is there, dude," that crap. That's why I don't ever go to the coffee shop anymore, because whenever I went to the coffee shop, they thought they were clever. They weren't clever at all. They would call up, and I love it. Visions, Heroes, they have the same shit they use. You would think they would come up with new shit. Every time I did a stream at the coffee shop, they'd always call up and use this stupid bullshit. "Oh, yeah, you see the guy in, the black hat? Well, I'm his brother. Do you mind if, you hand the phone to him and, I can talk to my brother real quick? He told me he was going to the coffee shop." It was never like my mom or never my dad. It was always the waitress would come up, Vision, and go, "Oh, excuse me, sir, I don't mean to bug your live stream. I don't mean to bug you while you're working." I said, "Oh, I'm not working. I'm just doing a live stream." She goes, "Oh, well, your brother's on the line. He seems pretty intense. They say it's a family emergency. And then just to humor the trolls, because I always thought that was so stupid. I always thought it was hilarious. I'd be like, hello. And the best one, Visions, is I don't know who it was. They used one of those voice changers like fucking Ghostface. And they're like, we know where you are, Fears. We're everywhere. We're always watching. And I went, are you? Are you really? Well, guess what, shithead? I'm not scared. You're a fucking idiot. Click! And they didn't do anything. That's the most hilarious about it. They didn't do shit. They never will do shit. They're fucking morons. They think I'm afraid of them. I've never been afraid of them. Ever. Ever. Anyway, Vision says, this was, now, Heroes, listen up. So we got Heroes' take. This is what Heroes said about it. Heroes, I watched his review on it. Pretty good. This is Vision's review on Super Mario Brothers. So open up the ears and listen. He says, it was well made. I laughed a few times. It's a cartoon aimed at kids, so keep that in mind. Well, guess what? Fears is a big kid in the candy store. Not much has changed from 8-year-old little Fears to almost 40-year-old Fears. The nerd inside Fears was at 8 years old, and I'm still a nerd at 40. Well, I'm about to be 40. So not much has changed, I just have more responsibilities. I'm definitely a man-child. Definitely. But you know what? I am very proud to be a man-child nerd. I will always buy fucking collectibles. I will buy those fucking props. I will buy Ghostbusters shit until the end of time. And I will always support Empire Strikes Back because it's one of the best sequels ever. And we all know that Fierce usually hates sequels, but this is a good sequel. There's some sequels out there that I actually love. Well, Visions, I will keep that in mind, but Fierce loves. I will always love. It's a Mario. It's one of the first games I played. Oh, no, wait. My dad gave me his Atari, so the very first game I ever played was Pong. I know for all my younger fans, they're like, what the fuck is Pong? Look it up. Pong is one of the most easiest games ever. It's a white box with a white box and a black background with a white ball, and it just bump, 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 bump. And if the ball went behind your block, then the other person got a point. So that was my first video game. The second game I played, I believe, was Pac-Man. And then I finally got to play my favorite game. No, wait. No, that came later because it was the third one, Super Mario Brothers 3. And so the next one after Pac-Man was the dual game. Like when you bought the old Nintendo, like the OG one, you had Duck Hunt / Mario Brothers. That was the third game I played. And then the fourth game I finally played was, I skipped Super Mario Brothers 2. I played it in a friend's house, and I was like, yeah, this is crap. This is garbage. And I've never played it since. I mean, I've played it a couple times throughout the years, but I'm not a fan of Super Mario Brothers 2. But I am a fan of Super Mario Brothers 3. I am. That's right. That's right. Fears loves that game so much, I'm going to be buried with Super Mario Brothers 3. So, Visions, we definitely got to play some Super Mario Brothers 3, buddy, when Fears comes into town. I hope to God Visions has got Super Mario Brothers 3. But see, Visions, you know what a good prank would be? He'd be like, hey, Fears, guess what? Good news, sport. Check this out. All of a sudden, like, Visions pulls out a lighter, and he's like, yeah, Fears, I'm lighting Super Mario Brothers 3 on fire, you bitch. And he goes, now we're going to play Super Mario Brothers 2. And I'd be like, no, shit, oh my God. I don't think Visions would do that. He's not that cruel. Visions, don't do that. Shh. Don't do that to me, buddy. You can't do that. Why would you do that? Oh, man, don't do that, buddy. Well, Visions, I appreciate your analysis of the film. I cannot wait to see a little bit of Mario. And by God, that movie theater better have a fucking Mario Brothers Collector's Cup, because I was quite perturbed. They went in the back. Because you know how people, sometimes if they're lazy, like at their job, I'll be like, oh yeah, do you guys got any Collector's Cup? No, we don't have any. And I'm like, well, do you have any in the back? No. And I'm like, well, how do you know? You haven't even walked in the back and checked it yet. But the guy that made it into my vlog, he was like a 19-year-old kid. He goes, oh, I can check for it. He goes, I doubt we have it. He goes, because Scream's really popular. I was like, oh, please. I'm like, can you just please go in the back? And I'm a big Ghostface Killer fan. And then off camera, he was like, well, is he your favorite killer? I was like, no. I'm like, he's one of my favorites, but he's not my favorite. And he's like, what's your favorite? I said, well, you're 19. I said, you may not know him. And I said, nah. I said, you may know him. I said, I'm just older than you, dude. And he goes, I've seen all the classic killers. I was like, all right. I said, have you seen Jason Voorhees? He knew that one, Visions, and he knew Michael. But the minute I started explaining like the little leprechaun, he goes, don't know what you're on about. Never seen it. Never even heard of it. I said, you've never heard of the fucking leprechaun? And he's like, no. He goes, is he like Chucky? I'm like, he's kind of like Chucky. I said, actually, Chucky is smaller. Chucky is smaller than the fucking leprechaun, dude. Like, the leprechaun, he's like 5 foot, probably. Chucky's like 2 or 3 foot. Chucky's about that tall. You know, the leprechaun guy, he's about that tall. So, yeah. But he went back and was like, no, we don't have any collector's cups, so Fears may have to raise holy hell to get a Mario Brothers collector's cup. I'm just joking. I won't raise hell. I'm just joking around with you guys. Hopefully they have one. I would love to get a Mario collector's cup. Because I still have my Mario Brothers 1993 collector's cup. It's in a box somewhere in Missouri collecting dust. And I have 2 of the action figures. I've got the 93 Mario and the 93 Luigi. And they were like 2 of my favorite toys growing up. Besides this little figure, I found when I went to England, I went to a flea market and I found this little figure of Frankenstein. And he was one of my favorite toys. So I may grab him when the next time I go into Missouri and show you guys on camera. He was my favorite toy growing up, this Frankenstein. I would throw him everywhere. Like I would have him go on like little missions and little adventures and shit. And I would like our stairs were very steep, so I would like make it like a slide. I'd put him at the top of the stairs, and I would go doom, and then he'd like slide all the way down the stairs and hit the wall and shit. And one time he flew off the wall, Visions. Or he flew down the stairs, that like slick part on the stairs, and he went flying off, hit the wall, and his body broke. So all I had was his head, and I went, damn it. So the longest time, his head would just sit in the Ghostbuster firehouse in the corner. And I said, I have to find this guy a body. So I threw away his old Frankenstein body. And so the next time I went to England, I said, Mom, we've got to go back to that flea market. I said, I got to find a body for Frank. That's what I called him. I didn't call him Frankenstein. I called him Frank. She goes, is that the little toy that you broke and you just have his head sitting in the firehouse? And I said, yeah. I said, I'm not giving up on Frank. I said, I've had too many epic adventures with Frank, you know, so let him go. I said, he's got to have one last fucking hurrah. Well, I guess there was a set of like monsters. So I found the mummy body, and I found the werewolf body, and I found Dracula's body. And I just kept switching their heads. And I put Frank like on the werewolf body. And then I would throw him up against walls and have him slide downstairs. Well, the bodies kept breaking. So finally I was like, all right, I've got one body left. So right now, Frank has the body of Dracula, but with a Frankenstein head on. So I can't throw him around anymore because I'm running out of bodies. That is a true story, Visions. That is a true story. So I got to find that toy. And I got to bring him, and I got to put him in the collection to Missouri, because I got to bring him to the Florida collection and put him up on top of the shelf, because he's worthy of being on the shelf. But yeah, we had so many good adventures, me and Frank. Hilarious. And I would put him in the Ghostbuster car, and it would be like, Frank would be like, look, I'm a monster, but I want to help you guys out, collect all the ghosts. Like, all these little, you know how, kids, when you're a kid, you make all, you play with your toys and shit, and you make all these little adventures and shit. Fears had these elaborate adventures. I'm like, all right, I'm like, the Ghostbuster squad cannot find this fucking ghost without Frank's help. And then Peter Venkman would be like, you guys are fucking morons. Why do we need a monster's help? We got fucking proton packs. And then Frank's like, you cannot find this fucking ghost without my help. I got the inside dirt. And then Egon would be like, oh, fucking hell, all right, come on, Frank. And so then I put Frank in the Ghostbuster car. Good times. Because Fears only played with a couple of toys. I played with, as we all know, Ghostbusters, Legos, Ninja Turtles, any video game, whether I was at my friend's house or my video games. And then I never had G.I. Joes. I never collected G.I. Joe's Visions, but my friend had a shitload of G.I. Joes, and I only played G.I. Joes at his house. So that would be number 5. And then number 6, I had like the entire Crash Dummy set. But then my friend was like, Fears, I love your collection. I'll make a trade. I'll give you my entire 99 video games. So he had 99 video games of the original Nintendo. He goes, I'll give you the 99 games, the actual Nintendo, the zapper to play Duck Hunt. He gave me the running pad because there was like some running track and field and you ran on the pad. So I have the pad. And then he said, Fears, you love Super Mario Bros. 3. It's a lot better if you use the joystick controller. He gave me the joystick. So I have all that shit in a box somewhere. Collecting dust. And we made the good trade. But that's really the only toys I ever played with. Was those 6 or 7. So yeah. Beetlejuice a little bit at my cousin's house. Because my cousin had all the Beetlejuice toys. I don't know if you guys remember those, but Beetlejuice. And then fucking Beetlejuice like looks right into the camera and he's like, oh, it's showtime, motherfucker. That's right. Attention Kmart shoppers. And then he just goes fucking nuts. And then like he like hits those people and they go flying through the ceiling and shit. That movie is fucking weird visions, but it is hilarious, you know? It's hilarious. Anyway, I don't know how we got talking on toys. I forgot why, but Fears went on a little spiel about my toys. Oh, well. But yeah, I'll check it out, buddy. I will check out the Mario either this weekend or next weekend. Probably next weekend because this weekend's already filled with, like, church events. I got to go buy some food for Sunday's event. And then Sunday, I gotta be there really early to hide all the eggs for the kiddos that go to my church. So I get to be the fucking Easter bunny. Hell yeah. That's awesome. And then we have the church service, and then we're going to have a little luncheon, and I'll probably film a little bit. I don't know if I'll make an epic vlog, but I'll make a tiny little vlog because I've already got enough vlogs to edit. And I'm late because Jeff's calling me. He's like, Fears, where the fuck is Super RetroCon? And I was like, hey, guess what, Jeff? I did a classic Fears where I just took a lot of naps and I haven't uploaded it yet, and I'm being lazy. He went, Fears, get the fucking... He goes, before you come to the next convention, get the fucking Super RetroCon up. And I was like, I'll sure try, buddy. I'll sure try. Oh, well, at least I stockpile a lot of footage so I never run out. And that's one of Fears' slogans. I never run out of footage. Ever. So, like, on Fears' deathbed, I'll still be filming footage. But the very last vlog, I'll just tell one of my family members, either live stream my funeral or vlog my funeral. So there it is. That'll be the last, hurrah for Fears. That'll be it. Unless I give my channels to someone in my family and they keep up the footage, so. Which I'll probably do. I'll probably give whenever I die, I'll probably give the channels to either my brother, if my brother's still alive by then, or I'll give I'll give my channels to like one of my British cousins, because I have some British cousins that are my age, and then I have some British cousins that are like Elsie's kids' age. So, because my cousins in England have already gotten married and had children, and so they're like my third cousin. So someone in my family will get my channels after I die. Visions goes, hell yeah! Footage fetish. It's not a fetish. I'm just saying that'll be the last. That'll be the last vlog or live stream ever. Visions of Lord Fears. I checked in. I gotta check out. At some point. But yeah. But I'm telling you, I always have I stockpile footage, man. I mean, there's some footage that I still haven't uploaded that's on my hard drive from film school that you guys have yet to see. I uploaded a lot of film school stuff, but not everything. So I still got to put that shit up. Vision says, oh man, I found a bunch of 8 film reels at a thrift store yesterday with home movies on them, but they wanted $10 each. Oh, nice. How much, or how would you negotiate the price down? Well, thrift stores, you know, it's kind of hard to negotiate the price at thrift stores, Visions, because that's a business, you know. The best way you can try. Sometimes thrift stores will do it. Other times they won't. But again, the best places to negotiate, flea markets and conventions. Flea markets are kind of like conventions because, or any convention you go to, even when I went to that Halloween convention, you know, for 4 years in a row, I'd be like, they wanted like $70 or $60 for that pumpkin mask out of Halloween 3, and I was like, these people are high on crack. I think I got it for like $30 or $40. But yeah. So what are you gonna do with all those film reels, Visions? Did you get them? Are you going to upload that old footage of someone's family home movies like on your channel? Or what are you going to do? That's pretty cool that you found. I mean, it's pretty hard to find 8mm film these days, you know? That's very rare. But $10 for each, that's a little steep. But yeah. But if you could negotiate it, Fears would have definitely got them down to like either $2 or $5 for sure. For sure. But if you bought a lot of them, $5 per one is a good price. They may think that you're lowballing them if you do it for $2. So if you bought like a lot, like you said you found a bunch of them, so a bunch is like anywhere from 5 to 10 reels. So you're looking at like 10 reels of footage. I'd be like, well, instead of $10 each, would you guys do $5 each? Hopefully they would say yes, but it's kind of hard to negotiate at a thrift store. But sometimes thrift stores do it. Sometimes I do it. Sometimes they're like, no, like we set the prices. You're not like the price we set. That's what you're gonna pay. So again, the best time to negotiate prices is at flea markets and conventions. Flea market and conventions, yeah. No, I didn't get them. There were 15 of them, $10 each. If I ended up getting them, I will find a projection and way to digitize them. But yeah, but after you digitize them, what would you do? What would you do with them? Would you upload them on your channel, or what would you do after you digitized them? Would you try and find the owners and like send it to the family, or what would you do? I'm just curious. Just curious, buddy. That's pretty cool that you found them. Again, finding 35mm and 8mm movies, that's very rare these days. And I'll be honest, speaking of vintage stuff, I really wish my mom and dad wouldn't have got rid of my grandpa's, like, big, huge camera that he filmed all the family stuff on, because I was like, man, like, my grandpa's one of the reasons why I became a filmmaker, because he used to film everything, Visions. And I wouldn't use his camera, but I was like, man, I want to put it on the shelf just for, like in my office, just to, you know, to inspire me. And my mom got rid of my dad's, like, awesome film camera. So at some point, I'm going to find them, the same cameras, and put them on a shelf. I'll be like, all right, I found my dad's old film camera, because my dad liked photography more than footage. And then my grandpa was the reverse. My grandpa liked photography, but he liked to film stuff more. I mean, there's old footage of me when I'm a baby. That's how I'm telling you. Fears loved footage ever since I was a tiny little kid. There's a family video where I guess it was summertime. I've got shades on, and I've got like a Ghostbuster shirt on with like red shorts or something, and I'm walking around my grandpa Fears's and my grandma Fears's like patio, and I think it was like Easter, or it was like someone's birthday, and he's like, "Here's Johnny," and he goes, "Johnny, look this way." And I looked this way, and then I was wondering, you know, like the lens. So I get about this close to the lens, and I start making my grandpa laugh visions. I'm all like looking inside the camera, like, what's in there? What's in there? And I literally do this. I'm looking in there, like, and my grandpa's laughing. I'm like, what do you see in there, Johnny? Do you see Grandpa Fears? And I'm all like, like looking all in there and shit. And then I start making my grandpa laugh. If I find that, I'm definitely going to upload it. You'll get to see little Fears at like 3 or 4 years old, kind of like looking around, like, what the fuck is in that lens and shit, It's hilarious. It's hilarious. I would upload them on a different channel. It's fun to find old home movies. That would be kind of cool. It would be even cooler if you digitize them and then found, like, the families and been like, hey, I found this at a flea market and I digitized them. Go ahead here, give it back to the family. But it would be cool to upload it. And you know what, Visions? You shouldn't even make a different channel. Just upload it on your Exhumed Visions channel. You know what I'm saying? That would be kind of cool, because you never know what you're going to find on 8mm or 35mm, you know what I'm saying? So that would be kind of cool. You should have got them. But I will say, $10 per one, that's pretty steep, buddy. Pretty steep. That's some pretty steep stuff. Anyway, guys, like I said, Sunday is, man, it's getting hot here. I need to turn on the fan. Sunday is church day. I haven't been to church in a month. It's craziness. So anyway, whether you guys are religious or not, I hope you guys have a good Easter Sunday. Whether you're hanging out with your family or having a dinner or having a lunch, whatever you're doing, make it a fun day. Let me turn on this fan because it is getting hot in here. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Ugh, it's so hot. It's like 98 degrees out there. There we go. That's a lot better. Ugh, I'm telling you, I love Florida, and listen, the funny thing is the air conditioning is on in here. It's on in here. The air conditioning is on here. But whenever it gets hot outside, it just bakes the inside of my apartment like a fucking lasagna. Oh my God. Good Lord. And I'm like, like it's so fucking hot in there. So then I have to crank down the AC. Yo, Joy Boy, what's up? What is up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, well, without further ado, let's get to the fucking reviews. Richard says, Visions, you should create some new content on your YouTube channel. I second that. I've watched every single video that Visions made. Some interesting and funny stuff. The Arby's sandwich, Visions, I swear to God, I was on the floor fucking dying. They put so much damn mayonnaise on that fucking thing, man. I'm like, just a little will do ya. Just a dab. They fucking saturated the shit out of that fucking Arby's sandwich. Visions, I would have took that shit back and been like, are you guys fucking nuts? Like, I just need a dab of mayonnaise. I don't fucking want gallons and gallons and gallons of fucking mayonnaise or whatever the hell that was. I mean, they just saturated that fucking sandwich. Anyway. Oh, my Lord. It was nuts, Visions. It was nuts. It was insane. But my favorite video, and Visions already knows where I'm going with this, my favorite video that Visions has ever made is the Watch Sleepaway Camp stream. You know what, Visions? We may need a new book. Something like Fears Finally Watched Sleepaway Camp. Second book. So get your thinking cap on, buddy. And then a new stream. That would be fucking great. Or maybe title the book, Fears, You Fucking Hilarious Guy. Now it's time to watch Sleepaway Camp Part Deuce. I know you got another in you, buddy. I'm telling you, it'd be fucking great. It'd be hilarious. I'm not saying do it, Visions. I'm not forcing you. Only do it if you want to, but whoo, that would be hilarious. Because God knows when Fears is going to watch Sleepaway Camp 2, 3, 4, and there's a fifth one, right? Right, Visions? I can never remember. Is there 4 of them or is there 5 of them? I know there's more than 3 because my friend was like, oh, Fears, they made a 4th one. I was like, really? I'm like, how much can Angela kill at a camp? I'm like, they are sucking this idea dry to the bone. But I mean, I really shouldn't say that because look, they've made like what 15 Friday the 13th movies with fucking Jason and shit, you know. So they're milking that shit too. How many Michael Myers have they made? A bucket load of them, you know. There's technically 8 Freddys. No. There's 9 with Freddy vs. Jason. There's Nightmare on Elm Street 1 through 4. Then there's the remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street with a different guy that played Freddy. That makes 8. And then the 9th one would be Freddy vs. Jason. So yeah, there's a lot. But again, what does Fears always say? When I'm 98, and even after I'm dead, they will still be making all those horror movies. Leprechaun 158. He still hasn't got that fucking pot of gold, motherfucker, you know? Like, he'll still be on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Hilarious. Hilarious. I'm like, just give him the goddamn gold back. That's fucking great. So, but yeah, Richie, I do agree. Visions, we need to see some more content, buddy. But again, Richie, the thing to argue about that is Visions is such a cool guy. He's so busy. He probably doesn't have time to make content. You know what I'm saying? You know? Running a business, running your own business, I'm sure it's a full-time job. You know? That's why Visions was telling me, like, Fears, that's why I get my 8 hours of sleep. That's why I take no naps, because as soon as I get my 8 hours in, you know, I wake up, I'm like, all right, time to get some shit done. Bada bing, bada boom, and he's working all day. You know what I'm saying? Because Visions, I gotta ask, in a given day, how many orders do you usually get in a given day? Like on a slow day, how many orders do you get? On a busy day, how many orders do you get? I've always wanted to ask you that, and I always forget to ask you, but I'm just curious. So like on a slow day, what, maybe like 3 or 4 orders, and then like on a busy day, I'm gonna guess. Let's see if I get it right. On a slow day, I'm thinking maybe 3 or 4 orders. On a busy day, 25 orders. What do you think? Let me know. Let me know if I was way off, or let me know if I was spot on. Let me know, buddy. Let me know. Well, while we're waiting for Vision's response, we're going to review these two. Searching and Limitless. Let's start with Limitless. It's one of my favorite Bradley Cooper movies. I'd say this is my favorite Bradley Cooper performances. My second favorite performance is he's done Visions, where he plays fucking not Stu. What does he play in The Hangover? Stu's the hilarious nerdy guy with the fucking glasses. Oh, Phil. He plays Phil in The Hangover. He is fucking hilarious as Phil. Like Alan and Stu are screaming at each other, and he goes, "Who gives a shit?" He goes, "We gotta find our friend and get the fuck out of Vegas." You know, like he's that type of friend where he's like the cool friend, you know, and he's like, you know, every friend, every guy's friend, you know, kind of like the American Pie group. There's always a Jim, there's always a Stifler, you know, in your friend group. Phil is the guy. He's rude, kind of like Raphael, but he's cool, and then he's kind of like the leader and shit. Then you always have the nerdy friend. Then you have the off the wall type of friend like Alan, and then you have the in between friend, kind of like who's the guy that gets lost in the first one? What's his fucking name? There's Alan, Stu, Phil, and then the guy getting married, and they lose him. What the fuck is his name? Oh, shit. Anyway, you always have that in-betweeny friend. I don't remember the fucking guy that gets lost. I forgot his name. Doug. Doug. There's always a Doug, you know, the kind of in-between guy that he's cool. He's not a nerd. He's just kind of like the chill guy. You always have that in that group. But I'm telling you, those are my two favorite performances of Bradley Cooper. And I've watched his interview on Inside the Actor Studio. He actually graduated, didn't think anything about acting, and then after I forgot what he got his degree in, but after he got his degree in, he said, "You know what? I may go back and get my master's in something." He goes, I think he got a degree in psychology or something like that. And then he said, "You know what? I've got that out of the way. I want to do something fun. I want to do something fun for my masters. And he remembered like all the high school plays that he did and said, yeah, that was kind of fun, doing high school plays. And then he found out about the actors program at Pace University. That's where they do the Inside the Actors Studio in fucking New York. And he auditioned and he got it. And he did 3 years and he got his fucking masters. And so good for him. And now he's like one of the greatest actors of all time. And he's like a real man's man actor. You know what I'm saying? All right, Vision said, oh, I was way off. Vision said, there are some days where there's 0 sales, but then there are days like Wednesday where I had to print up 80 things. Damn, so 80 orders. Holy shit. But you know what, Visions? That's good. That is just moolah in Vision's pocket. 80 orders. That's fucking awesome. It's not a ton, but sometimes too much for one person. That is true. And then Visions told me like he does like a lot of stuff for like local bands. Like you told me that one order, Visions. I hope you don't mind me saying it. I don't remember the band's name, but you said like a band came into town. It was like a local band. I hope I get this story right. I'm not trying to embellish or far-fetch it. I only remember part of the story you told me. You said a band came into town and they called you up or wrote you on your website and said, hey, we have no merch and we're doing a show and we need you to print up some merch for us. And they paid you and you made the band some merch. And then after their show, they were like handing out merch to like their fans and selling merch and shit. I think that's how the story went. I'm pretty sure. And you said that was a massive fucking order. And then you said there's like orders where you're like, Fears, I'm literally on the road. I had to drive to Oregon for that massive fucking order. I think that's the biggest order you told me, where you literally physically had to drive somewhere because you said the order was so fucking big. I just made the fucking order, put the entire order in my fucking car, and just drove it to Oregon. And I think that's the biggest one you've ever told me, Visions. And I was like, holy shit. I'm like, that's a massive order. Just fill up Lord Vision's car from from the tip top to the brim and just drive it to Oregon. And I'm like, well, hey, buddy, the bigger the order, the more moolahs you get. Speaking of which, Visions, I haven't bought anything on your website in a while. I'm thinking either this weekend or next weekend I'm going to have to peruse the website and buy another shirt that I've been wanting to get. Because Fears just got paid today, so I haven't treated myself in a while. I may get another movie prop. Or another Exhumed Visions shirt. The shirts and the stickers are my well, I do like the mugs on your website. I'd say my 3 top favorite things that Vision sells. I love the mugs. Oh, we'll go in this order. I love the t-shirts because he's got some funny meme t-shirts. The t-shirts are my favorite. Then the mugs, and then the stickers. You do have some cool pins. I've almost got all your pins. I've bought a lot of pins. But I think the next shirt I'm going to get, either the Please Respond one, or the Scream one, or the fucking hilarious guy, like, holding the fucking, like, a laser disc up. That guy's face, Visions. I don't know who the fuck that guy is, but the guy holding up the laser disc, he's all like, like that. I was like, oh, I need to get the fucking laser disc guy. And then the other guy's like, like that. Like he's got a gun to his head. Like, if you don't respond, I'm going to blow my brains out, That shirt always makes me fucking lose it. He's like, you better respond, motherfucker, because if you don't respond, I'm blowing my head off. And I'm just like, oh, this is great. So if that fucking old guy at my workout place thought the shirts were a crazy, just wait till I wear some of that shit. I'll be like, hey, man, you're old. You know what a fucking laser disc is. Check this shit out. That's right. That's right, buddy. That's right. He may like that one because he's old as shit, so he'll know what a fucking laser disc is, Fears is getting old. I did watch some laser discs back in my day. And I bought some of my favorite episodes of Star Trek Next Gen on laser discs. That's right. And then when laser disc went off the roadside, I kept it. I'm trying to think which episodes I got. I got it's like, what the hell is it? What's the name of that fucking episode? Oh, it's called The Neutral Zone in season 1 of Star Trek Next Gen, where Data finds like these people frozen in a capsule, and they're from like they're from like 1994 or something, like from the 20th century, and then they thaw them out, and then it's like people from the 20th century having to deal with, it's like 465 years into the future. Now they're in the 24th century, and they're like, what's the guy to do, you know? All right, Richie, later. He says, take care, Fears. I have a review video I have to make and upload. All right, buddy, you keep pumping out those challenges. The challenge master is out of here. Later, Richie. Keep up those challenges, buddy. Way to go. And Richie, at some point, I will buy one of your mugs. I think I'm going to get Richie's, hit that big subscribe button or something. Because I saw some cool mugs on his channel. But I'll have a look, Richie. So yeah, Vision, I think that's going to be one of my next few purchases on exhumevisions.com. But that's kind of crazy that you don't get any sales sometimes because your website's so popular. But when you do, 80 prints a day or in one day, that's a big order. Damn, that is a big order. Holy shit. All right, anyway, but I keep getting sidetracked. Let's get back to this. More important things. It is a great film. You guys know seldomly I would give a movie a 10 out of 10. This is definitely a 10 out of 10. And he plays this guy named Eddie, and he's a down on his luck like writer. He hasn't written a single page of his book. He's got the idea up in here. He just can't get it, down on paper and shit. And all of a sudden, he meets his ex-wife's brother, just randomly, and he's like, man, you look like shit. He's like, let me buy you a drink. So he buys him a drink, and they're talking, and he's like, so Eddie, what the fuck have you been up to? And he's like, and his name's Vern. He's like, Vern, I'm on my last nerve. He goes, I pretty much hit bottom. And he's like, I just got into this new business, man. He goes, I got something that may help. And it's basically this clear pill. And he goes, this pill... He goes, you know how they say a human only uses 10% of his brain? And Eddie's like, well, yeah. And he goes, well, this pill makes you use 100% of your brain. So Eddie's like, all right, yeah, whatever, I'll take it. So he takes it, and then all of a sudden everything becomes clear, and he bangs out the book like in 3 days, And then he's like, Vern, I need to get some more of this shit. And then I don't want to spoil it, but he gets more of the drug, and then things go from good, amazing, epic to horrible, and then life-threatening. And by the end of the film, he's beaten up. He's like dragged through a grinder. Oh, man. It is a great film. 10 out of 10. My favorite scene, though, my favorite scene probably of all time, is after he takes the medicine and bangs out the book. Then he gets home, and his home is just like there's trash and shit everywhere, Visions. Everywhere. And then he goes, no one should live like this. How the fuck did I get my apartment this fucked up? And so then you just see like 8 to 10 Eddies just fast forwarding all around his apartment, like cleaning up his apartment, and it takes him like 10 minutes to clean everything up, So that's like one of my favorite scenes. So yeah. Plus, the girl... Oh, damn. His love interest isn't on the thing. His love interest, her name is Abby Cornish. Abby Cornish. She is hot. Oh, my Lord. She is smoking hot. Smoking hot. So, Bradley Cooper got to act with a sexy, hot chick. Oh, man. She is gorgeous, dude. Gorgeous. Check it out. All right. Searching. It's good. It's good. I'm going to give it about an 8 out of 10. It's one of those movies that everything happens on the keyboard. They did it in Friend Request, that horror movie. They did it on Searching. I know that they're going to do it on that Missing movie that I just bought. I haven't watched it yet. But it's basically like we're so into like technology, into our phones, our iPads, our cell phones, our iPods, our iPads, all that crap. And you just see him searching for his daughter. His daughter goes missing, but it's him going through his text messages, him going but him FaceTiming, you never actually physically see him, I think, until the end of the film. You always see a video, he's always video chatting someone, or he's on his phone, or you just see his hand carrying his cell phone, but you never see physically him, I think, until the very end where he finally finds his daughter. It's a good film. And it's the guy out of Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. And this is like one of his very first serious roles. He plays a father, and it's not a drama. I'd say it's a psychological suspense thriller. It's not a horror movie. It's a psychological suspense thriller. And even though the whole movie takes place on a computer or through text messages or on a phone, it is action-packed from the start of the movie to the end. And again, I think this is like the last scene where you actually physically see him, and he's like in a search line searching the woods like for his daughter or something. And at the very end, he finally finds his daughter. Finally, but it takes like a whole movie. So I can't wait. So I enjoyed this. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I can't wait to watch the sequel. So this one's called Searching. The sequel just came out, I don't know, a couple of days ago on Blu-ray, and I got the Blu-ray. So I need to get this on Blu-ray. So I really did enjoy this. Let's hope the sequel's good. I don't know. We'll see. You guys know how I feel on sequels. So it may be good. It may be bad. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. But yeah. The first one's good. We'll see how good the second one is. But again, Fears has got a lot of watching to do. And I mean a lot. Visions, check this shit out. It never ends. Oh my god. Shut up! And then all those I haven't even watched yet. And Missing is right there. Missing's right by the orange bottle. The orange bottle I keep all my loose change in. And then I started a foil ball. Ever since I was a little kid, my mom would always throw away my foil ball, and I would get it pretty big. Well, now that I live alone, let's just see how big my foil ball can actually get. So I've started. There it is. So we'll see how big. We'll see how big I can get it. My mom would always throw the foil ball away because it started to smell. This one really doesn't smell. Or I haven't smelt it, but my mom would always use tinfoil to bake things in, and I would just, hilarious fears as a kid, I would never just wash the tinfoil. I would just grab it and foil it into a ball. Well, there was still food particles in it. That's probably why it made it smell. But this one, anytime I use foil to cook something, I always wash off the tinfoil, and then I add it. Then I add it to the the foil ball. So that's probably why it doesn't smell. So yeah. We'll see how big I can get it. So far, it's probably the size of a grapefruit, so it's not that big. So we'll see. Because again, I only add tinfoil to it when, on the rare occasions that Fears actually cooks. I know how to cook certain things. I just don't like to cook because I'm not a big fan of cooking. X-nay on the cooking. I'm the microwave master. Biatches. That's right. So, 2 good movies. Check them out. Visions. Have you seen any of these? Have you seen Limitless, or have you seen Searching? Yay or nay? Have you seen these 2? They're both good. They're not a perfect 10. Oh, this is a 10. This is not a 10. I give it about an 8. It's still good, but this is a 10. If you haven't seen this Visions, oh my god, watch this. This is pretty good too. Visions, I think you would like this because you like you like horror movies like me, and you've told me you like psychological thrillers. It's not a horror movie. It's a psychological thriller. I think you would like this, Visions. You would like it. I need to get that hilarious horror movie where it's all on, they're all in video chats and shit. It's like friend request or some shit, and it's all on a computer, and they just start dying. Like a spirit takes over their voice chat or something, and they're like, who the fuck is Buddy? Or it's Buddy or Billy or whatever. And they're like, yeah, we don't know yet. So they try to block Buddy out of their fucking voice chat. And then all of a sudden he comes back and he's like, did you honestly think it would be that easy to get rid of me? He goes, I'm going to teach all you fuckers a lesson. And he just starts killing people on camera. But you never see this spirit entity, like all of a sudden, like the fat guy in the friend request visions. He's like, yeah, he's like mocking the spirit. He's like, oh yeah, you're a spirit. Ooh, you're gonna kill me. Ooh, what are you gonna do? And then all of a sudden his screen goes black. And then all of a sudden when his screen pops back on, you just see him sticking his hand in a blender, like blending the shit out of his fucking hand. And then he dies. And I'm like, oh shit. Do you know which movie I'm talking about, Visions? The friend request one? Have you seen that? It's nuts. I've seen it. I rented it from my library about a year ago. I just haven't bought it yet, but man, that was the first time I watched it. Was about a year and a half ago. Man, that was some creepy shit, but some cool shit though. That's like the very first movie that it all happened on a computer screen, and I guess they were the first ones to do it, and then I guess these guys copied them, and then there's another one. There's another one like that. Visions. This one's pretty good too. This one's pretty good too. Open windows. Everything happens on a computer screen, and it's got one of Fierce's favorite porn stars in it. A little bit of Sasha Grey. She's not a porn star anymore, but whenever she made this film, she still was a porn star, and this is her first film, an actual film where she's not getting, like a butt plug up her ass and shit, So, yeah, so she's pretty hot. But she's an ex-porn star. And this was her very first film that's an actual film. Because I don't consider porn an actual film. This is a good one, Visions. You need to watch this. So, but I think that friend request one was the first one to like do the idea where everything happens on a computer screen. And then a couple years later, these people stole the idea and did so that then this came next, and then and then this came. So it was friend request first, then this. So yeah. What is it called? It's either unfriended or friend. Hang on, let me find it. I'll figure it out. It's either unfriended or friend request. Give me a second, Visions. Give me a second. I'll find it. I think I've watched it. Oh, okay, all right. So you know what I'm talking about. All right, hang on. Let me go to YouTube. Let me write in both. It's either unfriended or friend request. Let me figure it out. Hang on. So, friend request trailer. Nope, that's not it. Hang on. It's got to be the other one. Unfriended trailer. I'll know in 5 seconds, Visions, because that fat guy, he dies by putting his hand in a fucking blender. If he's in the trailer, then it's that. Give me 1 second. Oh yeah, that's what it is. Yep. As soon as I hit entered, the fat guy and the Joe College guy popped up, and then the girl screaming her head off that dies in the end. Yeah, so unfriended, and then I've never seen the sequel. As soon as I put in the trailer, there's a second one called Unfriended Dark Web. I've never seen the dark web, but that's the sequel. But I've seen Unfriended. But there's a sequel called Unfriended Dark Web. I've never seen that one. I need to see it. Because Unfriended actually was really good. But, again, will the sequel be as good? Unfriended Dark Web. I doubt it. But Fears will have to sit down and watch it. And we'll have to check it out and see if it's good, yay or nay. But, yeah, so I got the name wrong. It's not friend request. It's Unfriended. It's been a while since I've seen the film too. It has been a minute, but it was a cool movie. It was very cool. Yep. So yeah, that's what it is, Visions. So I guess these people like stole the idea. So Unfriended came first. They were the first people to put everything on the computer screen. Then these people stole that idea and made Open Windows, and it's got Elijah Wood, the guy out of Lord of the Rings. And he did a cameo in Back to the Future Part 2. That was actually his first film. I don't know if you knew that, Visions. He has a small little part when they go into the Cafe 80s and shit. He's standing by that video game. So that's right. That was his first on-camera performance. And he was like 7 or 8 years old or some shit. I can't remember. But yeah. But this is I believe this is his very first horror movie. I think you'll like this, Visions. I think you'll like this. I haven't watched it in a while, but it's good. I need to get it on Blu-ray. I'm trying to convert all of my DVDs into Blu-ray, and if you look, Fears has been running out. I've been running out of room. You know that little small shelf of Blu-rays in my room, Visions? I've been running out of room, so I took some Blu-rays out, and I've stuck them in between, and of course I color-coded everything. So there's some DVDs, but then you see some Blu-ray in there, you know? So I've been running out of room because Fears has been watching and buying so many Blu-rays. I'm gonna have to eventually buy another shelf. Eventually, when I run out of space, I'm gonna move these DVDs and put another shelf right there in that spot. That's a good place to put a new shelf. Eventually, but I'm gonna wait until I run out of room. As soon as I run out of room, a new shelf is going right over there, and I'll probably get a big shelf like this, like a real big one. So yeah. But Visions, watch them in this order. Watch Unfriended first, but you said you already watched one, so that one's already out. So bada bing, bada boom. Watch this one next. I think you'll really like this one, and then watch this one. Visions, have you watched Searching or Open Windows yet? I'm just curious. Have you watched any of these? They're all on a computer screen, but they're both good. But like I said, Unfriended did it first, and then they must have stolen the idea from Unfriended, and then they stole the idea from Open Windows. You know what I'm saying? They're all on a computer screen, but they're so good, man. The way they make the movie, I like it. I like how they did it. So it's pretty cool. And you know what? I haven't watched Searching in a while. I may watch Searching tonight, and then tomorrow night I'll watch the sequel, Missing. So then I have something to review on Sunday. So, because I haven't watched Searching in a long time, and Searching has got that new sequel of Missing. So yeah, and Fears just got Missing on Blu-ray, so I need to get this on Blu-ray too. But Visions, have you seen Open Windows or Searching? Let me know. They're both good. They are both really good. So yeah, I think you'll like. I don't know if you'll like Searching, buddy, but I know for a fact you'll like Open Windows for two reasons. One, I never knew Elijah Wood could be like creepy, and that's like one of his very first horror movies, and I'm like, oh shit. Usually Elijah Wood, he does like funny comedy, or he does action adventure like the Lord of the Rings shit, and I'm like, I never saw him in a horror movie, you know? And then I'm like, wow, because like he did that funny movie like when he's like 8 or 9, like Lumber North. So he's been in comedy, he's been in action adventure. I just never saw him in a horror movie. As soon as I saw Open Windows, I was like, wow, this is a brand new Elijah Wood. So anytime that just goes to show you how good of an actor he is. And then of course, I mean, a little bit of Sasha Grey in there. She's a good porn. Well, she's not a porn star anymore. But she was a good porn star. But she actually is a good actress too. I mean, this was her first gig. This was her first gig, not in a porn. This is her first like actual acting role. So Sasha Grey. So check out these two movies. But Visions, you haven't answered me yet. Have you seen Searching or Open Windows? Let me know, buddy. I'm just curious to see if you've seen this. I've never seen those. He was in The Good Son. In the Good Son. Yes, that is a scary movie. It's about he plays like the good son, and then Macaulay Culkin plays like this evil, twisted, like evil shit son, and he ends up dying. Like he falls off a cliff, and he like falls like 1,000 feet and hits like some water or some rocks. That is a crazy fucking good movie. But yeah. But I'm telling you, Visions, you'll like I don't know if you'll like this, but I know for a fact you'll like this. Watch this. This is so good. It's classic horror movie material. You'll like it. This one's still pretty good, but this one's not a horror movie. This is like a psychological thriller. But you like psychological thrillers. I'm just saying, out of the two of them, I think you'll like this more, though, Visions. But watch them both. Definitely check them out, because you're always referring movies to me, so I'm trying to be a good friend and throw some good movies back to you. These are good. I thoroughly enjoyed both of these. So I think you'll like them both. I'm just saying I think you'll like this one more. But you may like them both. Watch these, get back to me, do a progress report, and let me know. Let me know. They're both good. But yes, Visions brings up a good point. The Good Son is such a great... Oh, God, that movie is fucking amazing. So, and you know what, Visions? I haven't seen The Good Son. It's been a minute. It's been a while since I've seen The Good Son. That's and they made that a long time ago. They made that like in the 90s. I think 91. You know what? Let's go to Google. Let's go to Google and find out when they made that. It's around I think the mid 90s they made it. Because Elijah Wood was like super young in that. I think he's like maybe 12 in that movie. Let's see. When did they make the movie The Good Son? Let's see what year. Oh, I was close. I said 91, 92. They made it. It says The Good Son was made in 1993. It's an American psychological thriller film directed by Joseph Rubin and was distributed by 20th Century Fox. All right, well, there it is. There it is. So it was made in 1993. I was close. I said 91, 92. So I wasn't too far off. I was only a year off. Visions is right though. It is so good. If you guys have never seen The Good Son though, I'm checking out the poster right now, and I clicked on the Wikipedia page. Let's see. The film was produced by Joseph Rubin and Marianne Page. Was released on September 24th, 1993. It grossed over $12.5 million during its opening weekend and $60 million worldwide. $60 million worldwide. That is pretty good. It's pretty good. But yeah, Visions brings up a good point. I haven't seen it in a long time, though. But Visions, you are correct. It is a great fucking movie. Oh, my Lord. And it's just crazy. And, you know, everyone thinks Macaulay Culkin, you know, because he was in Home Alone. Oh, he's this sweet little angel, you know, golden child. You know, he was real funny in Home Alone. Yeah, hitting Marv and Harry with the fucking paint cans and shit. But then all of a sudden, he is like the most evil, demonic, epic little shit in The Good Son. Like you're rooting for Elijah Wood to like kill, you know, Macaulay Culkin's like, you know, character. He's so fucking evil, you know, in that movie. But again, that just shows you how good of an actor. He can play the sweet, hilarious, funny little, you know, Kevin McAllister character. You know, yeah, I'm gonna take down the bad guys with fucking tar and paint cans and feathers and shit. Then all of a sudden he's like, hey, guess what? I'm the devil himself in a little kid's body. And I'm going to be an evil shit and take down the Good Son, you know what I'm saying? So he knows how to play both parts, and great performance by Macaulay Culkin. Thumbs up. I'm telling you, though, he was an evil shit, though, in that movie. But I'm telling you, it's a good movie, though. Check it out. If you've never seen it, you need to see it. You're missing out. It's a good movie. Good movie. All right, well, to end the stream, because I'm getting hungry. It's not dinner time yet, but I think I'm going to make myself a sandwich or a little snack before dinner because I'm getting a little hungry, though. But I'm telling you, Visions, check out those two. Check out Open Windows. Check out Searching. And if you like Searching, then you can watch the sequel, you know, Missing. But I think I'm going to watch Missing tonight. What I've been focusing on lately, as a Christmas gift, a friend bought me the new version of MacGyver. So I've been focusing a lot on... It's good, but as Fears always says, as Fears always says, it's a remake of the old version. So it's not as good as the original MacGyver. But it's still pretty good. It's still pretty good. I definitely have been watching. I've watched Missing. It was all right. Oh, wait, you've seen... Wait, Visions. Wait, you saw this one? Oh, really? Wow. Visions saw it before me. So it's a sequel. It's a sequel to Searching. But have you seen Searching yet? Oh, no, Vision said he hasn't seen those two, but watch them. So he watched the sequel. Well, it's okay to watch it out of order, but I cannot wait to, because I enjoyed Searching, so I cannot wait to watch the sequel. And Vision said that it was all right. All right, well, good to know. I'm going to check it out. But again, sequels have a hard time living up to the original. Searching, I thoroughly enjoyed. I loved Searching. It was such a good movie. I may watch it tonight. I haven't seen it in a while. But do yourself a favor, Visions. Watch Searching and watch Open Window. And Visions, I just want to let you know right now, I know Adam Bachita, he's watching from the shadows. I'm not going to say anything bad. That's not my official Discord. I don't have an official Discord. He decided to make one on his own. Probably to start shit. I asked him very nicely, can you take down... I don't want a Discord. I don't mind being in Discords, but I don't want my own Discord. So he said he's going to take it down in 48 hours. So, and I hope to God he's a man of his word. He said he would. I just don't want my own Discord. So it's not mine. He made that up. He used my name without my permission. Probably to get a reaction out of me. I'm not going to give him a reaction. I just said, dude, I don't want a Discord. Take it down. So yeah. It seemed like it was its own standalone. Oh, so it's not a sequel. Okay. You said it's a standalone movie. Oh. I went in there for a bit, Visions, just to talk to Adam and say, hey, can you please take it down? And then I left. That was it. I just don't want my own Discord. I don't. And I've got my reasons. You know, I don't want my own Discord. I didn't know that it wasn't a sequel. I thought, as soon as I saw it, I went, oh, Searching, Missing, it's probably a sequel. But Vision said it seemed like it was a standalone film. Okay. So it's kind of a sequel, but not really a sequel. Okay. It says, from the minds behind Searching comes Missing, a psychological thriller roller coaster mystery that makes you wonder how well you know those closest to you. Oh, shit. Okay, all right. Well, I'll have to give it a watch. Well, I'm a little bummed. I thought it was going to be a sequel because I love Searching, but you know what? A standalone film could be good. Well, that's good you guys are healing. I'm not sure what the issue was. He seems like a nice guy. I don't want to get into it, Visions. He's not a nice guy. He's been tormenting me for years, and he's been trolling me for years. And that's all I'm going to say. He's not a good guy. So sorry, Adam, but I don't want to be friends with him. And there's nothing that he can do or say to change the past. And I'm not trying to bring up old wounds. We're definitely not healing, Visions. I'm walking away from him. I don't want anything to do with him. He's tormented me for years. I'm done. I'm so fed up of him and other people's bullshit. I just said, do me a favor, just take it down, walk away, and leave me alone. Never talk to me again. And he said, all right, Fears. So I hope that he does it, because I'm just so sick and tired of his crap, you know. He's not a good guy. I'm being honest, Visions. He's not a good guy. He may be a good guy to you, which is fine, but he's not a good guy to me. So, and he's like, all I ever try to do was be a fan. He's not a fan. He does that flip-flop stuff that Yakov does. Yakov can be incredibly nice, and then all of a sudden he'll flip on you, and then he'll be like the most evilest little shit ever. You know? I just don't like people flip-flopping. Either you're a nice person and you want to be my friend, or you're a troll and you're going to keep trolling me. I don't like people flip-flopping back and forth, you know? So, yeah. It definitely will not rise, buddy. It definitely will not rise. That was a pretty funny joke, though, Visions. So your friendship won't arise on the third day. See, I don't have to worry about you, Visions. like turning to the dark side because you've never been a troll. You've always, I don't care if you tease me because that's what guys do, but you've never tormented me. You've never been evil like those guys have. You've never made fun of my dad. They've made fun of my dad. Some of them were like, yeah, Fears, we're glad that your dad died. That's not a friend. That's pretty evil to say something. You've never said anything like that, Vision, so I never have to worry. Pixel's never done that. And you've never done that because you guys actually like Fears. You guys actually like my content. You guys like being Fears' friend. And I know you guys would never do anything like that. Adam, he said some pretty evil, out of control shit. Same thing like all the other people have. You know what I'm saying? They've said a lot of crazy shit. And again, even though I don't like Quentin, he said some crazy shit about my dad. I don't know his parents. I'd never make fun of anyone's parents. Like, I don't like Jason anymore. Jason betrayed our friendship, but I would never make fun of his parents. They take it way too far sometimes. They've crossed so many, like, lines. I've never crossed any of those lines. I've said some pretty evil shit about them, but I know what lines to cross and what lines not to cross, you know? So, yeah. Vision says so true, you know? Because you're a stand-up guy, Visions, you know? And you've always shown support and love, and I can't thank you enough for all your friendship and loyal support and stuff through the good times. You've been with Fears through the good times, the bad times, the hilarious times, the horrible times, and I can't thank you enough. I really wish all those people would just leave me alone. I really wish they would. That's why I've been trying to not mention them less and less, because Randall said it a million times, and I've said it to myself a million times. If you don't mention them and just ignore them, they'll go away, and I only bring them up either when someone else brings them up or I have to say something about them. If I don't have to say anything about them, or if somebody doesn't bring a certain person that I don't like up, then I usually don't bring it up, you know? Because if you bring it up and I say something, that'll just start shit, you know? And I don't want to start shit at all, you know? At all, you know? That's why I stopped making fun of Jason, you know? I don't like Jason. I think... Well, I better watch what I say. I don't like what he did. I think it was a cowardly thing that he did. Instead of just saying, hey, you know what, Fears? I got upset. You didn't listen to me. It was over a simple misunderstanding. And instead of talking it out like a coward, he just walked away. And I don't know. I couldn't do that to someone. I can't just throw away like 10 to 15 years of friendship and just say, okay, fuck you. I'm leaving. So apparently our friendship didn't mean that much. It meant a lot to me, but apparently not enough to him. And then he says some stupid bullshit like, oh, there's another side of the story. No, you're an idiot. That's the whole story. That's what fucking happened. That's what happened. You didn't want to talk about it. You wanted to get the last word. You're a coward. You walked away from a 15-year friendship over some stupid crap, and you're a crybaby. I'd like to be his friend, Visions, but again, I don't think that's possible. He's too immature to admit that he was wrong. He's too immature to give me an apology because he owes me if anyone owes anyone an apology, I'll say sorry to him for what I've said, but he owes me an apology first because he just walked away. But he's too immature to admit that he was wrong, and he's too immature to apologize. He'll never apologize. So I just took the dude's advice. Literally, the dude wrote me one day and said, Fears, you know he's never going to apologize. So the best thing is don't start waves. Don't say anything about him. Just walk away too. Act like he doesn't exist. So I've been trying to do that. That's why in the Discord I have not said one word to Jason in a while. In a while. I said, if you don't start shit, I won't start shit. So that's why I'm really... watching what I say, not about him, just about anyone, because I don't want any fucking more drama, The less trolling, the better, the less drama, the better, the less all that crap, the better, But I'm just being honest, Visions. He'll never apologize. Never. And I have to live with that, and he has to also live with that. So, he just doesn't care. He doesn't care. All he cares about is himself. And his glass cases that are so fucking great. Who gives a shit about glass cases? You're not a fan, or you're not a real true collector if you put stuff on just random shelves. You gotta have a good glass case. As long as you collect nerd stuff, you're a nerd, you're a collector. That just shows you how much of an idiot he really is. But again, I don't want to say anything else. I've said my spiel, I've said my stuff, that's it. But yeah. Exactly, Visions. Well, the thing is I'm telling the truth. He won't apologize. Sometimes the truth hurts. I'm telling the truth. Like, I'm at wit's end with a lot of those trolls. So I try to limit the drama. If any. Because they'll find something to always troll Fears on. Yeah, Fears, that hat sucks. Yeah, Fears, you suck at editing. Yeah, Fears, you're this, you're that. They'll always find something, Visions. If you've noticed over the years, they always find something. If I ignore something that they don't do, then they'll just pick something new to pick on me about. And they've always been like that, and they always will. So I've kind of became numb to it. Some things every once in a while they'll still get me, but for the most part, I'll read a comment and go, "Yeah, you're an idiot," and just block them, or I'll delete the comment. I don't really have to block too many comments on my videos. It's only in my live streams. Every once in a while, some people will come in, start some stupid shit, and then I'll just instantly block them. That's why I made you a moderator. And I'll be honest, Visions has been a good moderator. Visions, I'll be honest, I think you've only had to get rid of someone maybe 2 or 3 times when they were out of control. That's about it. And I think my buddy Tom, because Tom's a moderator, Sam is, and you are. Because I don't want to have too many. I only give moderation like status to people that I really trust. I mean, a lot. And I trust you a lot. I trust you a lot, and I trust Sam a lot, and I trust my buddy Tom, because I've known Tom since the end of 8th grade, so... And I trust Visions, because Visions has never turned to the dark side. He's never shown any hate. He's always shown love, support. That's why I always thank you. You don't have to. Visions does not have to at all give me any free stuff. But when he does, I'm like, dude, that's pretty kick-ass that you've always done that. That's why you're a stand-up guy, Visions. You were a stand-up. And that's why Visions has got... so far, Visions is the #1 top Fears fan. No one has out-topped the fan status of Visions. Not yet. There's people that have came close. But I told Sam, I said, Visions I don't really think of as a fan anymore. Or Pixel. I think of Visions and Pixel more like buddies now. You're a fan and you're a friend. But I think of you and Pixel more as friends than just fans. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But yeah, that's pretty funny, Visions. Collectors in glass cases should not throw stones. That was fucking good. That was great. That gave me a little chuckle. So yeah. Anyway. Alright, well, to end this, because I'm getting a little tired, and I'm getting hungry, but I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. I think I'm going to do the traveling questions next time, because I'm getting pretty tired. So... I'm just going to I'm just gonna retitle the chat "Hanging Out with the Fans" and reviewing movies. I think that's what I'm gonna rename the stream. But anyway, well, thanks for all the love and support from the loyal Epic fans. And you know what? To the trolls, I don't really give a shit what you do, because you guys don't mean anything to me. Because again, the same thing that I told Visions. They're going to pick me apart no matter what I do. Yeah, Fears, you need to get rid of that Empire Strikes Back hat. Yeah, Fears, you suck at editing. Yeah, Fears, you're this, you're that. They're going to pick apart anything I do. No matter what I say, no matter what I do, no matter how many videos I make, nothing is ever good enough. Anyway. Wait, what happened? What like Luke's aunt and uncle? I don't know. Ask it again, Visions. What are you talking about? What question? I think you wrote it too quick. What are you trying to say? Richie says, I'm back. What I missed? Nothing much, Richie. We reviewed some movies, and then I talked about a serious issue that's been bothering me, and then that's about it. I'm about to end the stream. I'm just trying to figure out what Visions is trying to say. I think he wrote it too quick. What like Luke's aunt and uncle? Are you trying to say what do I like about Luke's aunt and uncle? Is that what you're? I don't know. I don't know what you're asking. I don't know what you're asking. Something about. Well, you know, you only wait. Joyboy said they collect scored Star Wars. Oh, I got okay. I got you. Got it. I didn't even know Luke's aunt and uncle even had an action figure, but it makes sense. I mean, they've made action figures for all the other Star Wars characters. So yeah. All right, Richie, I'll check out that new video. The only video I'm behind now. I'm 2 behind, Richie. I'm behind on the video you just uploaded, and then I'm behind on the Debbie's snack cake review or whatever the hell it was. So yeah, I'll watch it, buddy. I'll check it out. But the soda, the soda inside the in the shower, that was the last one I watched, and that was interesting. Richie, you got to get back to some old classic ones of you going, all right, everybody, check this shit out. Hop on the BMX bike, like 30 miles an hour down the fucking hill, hit the ramp, go no, and then fly like 10 feet in the air and just crash into the fucking lake. We need some more videos like that, buddy. Come on. Get back to your roots. Get back to your roots. Richie, you owe Fears $2 now. From what? $2. Richie doesn't owe me any money. I'll take $2 though, but he doesn't owe me any money. Vision says, great collection. I also have Darth Vader post-scorched. Oh, so you got burnt Darth Vader. Oh, nice. Right on. And then I love Darth Vader's like burnt to shit mask visions from Force Awakens. Force Awakens. That would be a great prop. I don't care if it would be a real prop or a replica. To have Darth Vader's burnt to shit mask on the shelf, that would be fucking sweet, man. That would be a cool replica prop. That would be fucking epic. Richie charges $2. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah. Sorry, Visions. That joke went way over my head. My bad. It's probably because I'm a little tired. My bad. That was a good joke. I'm not saying it wasn't a good joke. Just that joke went schnunk over. Oh, by the way, guys, I gave Visions a new idea for a shirt. I don't know if it's possible. Because Visions always keeps, the surprises from Fears until the very end, and then when I'm on camera, I'm like, oh, fucking shit, a new shirt. Like, I'll give you an example. I knew for a fact that I was getting the Return of the Living Dead fucking Tarman shirt because you guys know I'm obsessed with both the Tarman. He's one of the greatest fucking zombies ever on film. More brains. That fucking guy is hilarious. All he is this black, like, liquid goo ooze attached to fucking bones. That's it. Like, Visions, you don't even know what the fuck that black oozy shit is that's holding up Tarman. It's just black fucking ooze, creamy ooze liquid, whatever the fuck it is. It's probably like decomposing flesh that's turned into black goo, holding up a fucking rickety skeleton. That's it. And so I knew I was getting that shirt, but I'll give you an example of a surprise shirt. Inside the bag, when I unloaded, I think that's when I first got the Please Be Patient, I Had Crohn's, and I fucking lost my mind, and I wrote Visions the same day, and I was like, oh, Visions, I did the Christmas unboxing, I opened it up, because I saved it. I said, all right, I'll buy something to put under the tree from Lord Visions. So I said, all right, I'll buy some pins, I'll buy the fucking Return of the Living Dead shirt with the fucking Tarman going on there, like going nuts on the shirt. And all of a sudden I opened it, and then there was the Crone shirt, and I was like, oh, this is fucking great. So a couple of days ago, I don't know, Visions may do it, he may not do it. Visions, you did heart the comment. I thought, you know what? he's already made like a Chung to the Bung shirt, but I was like, I'd love to have a sequel to the shirt. I'd love it in black with white letters, just have it continuously going down the shirt until it says fuck it. So this was my idea. I said, Visions, I said, what needs to be on a shirt is Chung to the Bung, to the Zung, to the Gung, to the Mung, to the Fung, and then I put ... You know what? Fuck it. Like fuck it, I'm done. Rhyming shit. And I said that needs to be on a fucking shirt, buddy. So you never know. You never know with Visions. He may have saved that line of dialogue out of our Instagram message. He did heart it. So fingers crossed. We'll see. We'll see. I never tell Visions to give me free shit. It's just always cool when he just surprises Fears. So go Visions. You fucking rock. That's right, buddy. That's right. But Visions, I'm not kidding. I think the next thing I think I'm going to buy is... Because when Randy looked at it the other day and Randy was like, oh, Visions, like to answer Fears' question, what's my favorite merch? And Randy's like, hey, Vision, I fucking love that Scream shirt. I also love the fucking Visions version of the Scream shirt. I thought it was fucking hilarious. I was like, that may be a must. So it's either going to be that or the fucking, fucking guy about to blow his head off, the please respond, or the fucking, the movie guy holding up the laser disc. It's going to be one of those three. Or all three of them. We'll find out. Fears has been trying to save some money. Joyboy says, I love the shunk thing you do. Well, again, I can't take, that's all Trent, Joyboy. That's another one of the fucking words that he added to the fucking culture. When we were young, he's like, Fears, he's like, now that I've invented this new language and this new fucking culture, I've added a new word. And I was like, oh, God, Trent. I'm like, what's another one? I'm like, we got chung, bung, fung, dung, kung. I'm like, what's the new one? And he goes, shunk. And I was like, I can roll with shunk. It's S-H-U-N-N-K. Shunk. So that's all Trent. So I can't take credit for that, Joy Boy, but I'm glad that you enjoy it. So, yeah. One of the best things that Trent ever did, we were at a school dance. This is another... hilarious. He goes, because we were always daring each other. Trent was on a date. I don't know why the fuck he did this. I'm dancing with my date, right, Visions? Right, Joy Boy? All of a sudden, he's like, do you know what, Fears? He goes, I haven't made you and Eric laugh in a while. And I was like, oh, God, Trent. I'm like, what are you going to do now? And he goes, I'm going to go right over to that fucking girl in the corner, and I'm going to go, shunk! Like, right in her fucking face. So picture this girl's face, Vision. So this is the girl. Trent doesn't even know this fucking girl, right? Oh, no, he did it twice. He did it twice to this girl. Oh, because he did it once in the cafeteria. All right, I'll get to that in a minute. And I'm like, what are you going to do? And he goes, well, you see that fucking hilarious girl, Fears, like, she's on a date, at the dance, dancing with that guy in the corner. And I go, yeah. I'm like, Trent, I'm like, don't bother those fucking people. I'm like, I'm dancing with my babe. You're dancing with your lady. That's when he was still dating Meredith. She was so hot, by the way. Shh, don't tell Trent. Well, Trent probably already knows, because I did feel her ass at one point. Eric's dancing with, well, at the time it was his girlfriend, now it's his wife. And he's like, Fears, I haven't made you and Eric, like, laugh in a while. And he goes, I'm just going to go right over, and I'm going to go shunk the fucking living Christ out of that girl. I was like, oh, Trent, I'm like, just leave that girl alone. He's like, oh, I'm going to fucking do it, Fears. And I was like, all right, I'm like, get it out of your system, go fucking do it. So he goes over and he goes, hey, what's going on? And she's like, fine, I'm just dancing with my boyfriend. And he goes, you know what? And he just like shungs the cry. Like, this is her face. He got about 2 inches from her face. Like, shung, like that. And me and Eric were on the ground fucking losing our goddamn mind. Oh, man, it was so funny. Then a few days go by, and me, Trent, Eric, and Tom, we always sat at the lunch, cafeteria at the same table. And we're eating away, and he goes, Fears, that fucking bitch is getting it again. I'm like, dude, just let her enjoy her lunch. And he goes, I'm doing it, Fears. I was like, oh, God, here we go. He gets up, and he goes, hey, remember me? And then she's like, yeah, I remember you. She goes, you got that far from my face. He goes, oh, it's happening again. He shungs the Christ out of her. Then he grabs her sandwich and goes, nung, eats half of her sandwich, and then fucking Trent just walks away. And I was on the ground dying. I felt bad because he stole like half her sandwich, but I was fucking losing it. It was pretty hilarious. Anyway, Trent can tell you all these stories. At some point, I'm gonna get Trent on the on the live podcast. So I told them, I said, Trent, I said the fans love you. I said they've never met you. I said I made a video about you a long time ago. And he goes, oh, fierce. He goes, I'll go nuts on them. And I said, really? I said, what are you going to do? He goes, man, I'll get on that fucking live stream, and I'll be shunging, bunging, and chunging it all up, the whole fucking time. And I was like, oh, that's going to be quite a stream, buddy. He goes, oh, don't worry. He goes, Fears, they have no idea. He goes, I will destroy your fans with the shung to the bung to the mung, tongue, sung, bung, rung. I was like, Trent, you fucking shung it up, buddy. I'm like, you do it. Let's go. I'll do it, Fears. So Trent hasn't changed that much. He always makes me laugh. He's hilarious. The only thing that's changed about Trent, he's got a wife now, and he's got 2 kids. That's the only thing that's changed about Trent. But Trent is still the most hilarious fucking guy, or one of the most hilarious fucking guys that I've ever met in my life. Visions, Joy Boy, you guys will instantly love Trent as soon as he gets on the live. I don't think there's a dare that he won't do. He's kind of like my friend Nick. Nick will do anything, you know? I have my limits. I've done some dares back in the day, but there's some things I was like, you guys are insane. I'm not fucking doing that. And Fears walked away. There's very little that Trent and Nick would not do back in the day. Maybe Trent's changed a little bit, because now he has a family and kids, but every once in a while, he'll call me. He'll send me hilarious, like, text messages, Visions. Like, the last text message I got from Trent was about a month ago, and he sent me 4 pictures of young AC Slater from Saved by the Bell, and then he went shunk, and then that was it. And I was like, I wrote him back and was like, so why AC Slater? And he went, oh, Fears. He goes, he's fucking great. And then I haven't heard from him in about a month. And then he texted me, I think, well, now now we're in the first week of a new month. And I called him last week, and we had a little chat. But I was like, why AC Slater? He goes, oh, Fears, I just said that to make you fucking lose your mind and laugh. And I was like, I definitely was losing my mind and laughing, buddy. Just random AC Slater out of fucking nowhere. And he goes, you know me, Fears. I was like, I definitely know you, buddy. I'm like, you've sent me some hilarious texts over the years, so. He'll just do some, and it's not just me, Visions. He'll send Eric and Tom random shit. Like, I'll be like, hey, Eric, have you got any random texts from Trent? He goes, oh yeah, Fears. Goes, about a month and a half ago, he sent me pictures of, like, plumbers. I said, just random plumbers? He goes, yeah. He goes, he must have just Googled plumbers off the internet and just fucking snapped off a photo and sent me plumbers. And I just wrote back to Trent, fucking hilarious. And I was like, Trent's out there, but he's hilarious. He is hilarious. Random plumber pictures. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. He sent me AC Slater, so there it is. All right, I'm taking off. I'm getting hungry. I'm going to make myself some dinner, get a little nap in, get a shower in, do some laundry, and do some edits. So maybe there'll be a vlog out tonight. If not tonight, tomorrow. But I hope you guys enjoyed the show, as always. Shout out to all my loving and loyal fans. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the main channel, FierceMan26. And follow Fears Vlogs, what you're watching right now. Check out my buddy Visions, Lord Visions, at www.exhumevisions.com. Why? What do I always say, Visions? Because Visions is a cool motherfucker, and buy some cool shit off his website. Cool shit. Double thumbs up. Check out Richie, the challenge master. He will dump a bucket of Diet Pepsi all over him and then hop in a lake. He will get on his BMX bike and fucking ramp the shit out of it and have 10 seconds of air and fly into a lake. He will eat a bucket of ranch if you want him to. He'll do whatever. Check him out. Richie Wright. Check out Visions on his website. On his YouTube. Check it out. He's only got like 10 videos, but they are good 10 videos. Check him out. Check out Pixel, Lord of those pylons. He is the master of the pylons at Pixel Protocol. Check out my buddy Randall at his main channel, Cameo Man 2021, and his second channel, The Mayor of Magic. Fears Man 5 coming soon. We've got one more scene to edit, and then I'll do my voice recording, and then Randy will put the voice recording in it, and then we'll upload it on Fears Man 26. So it's a coming. So thanks for everyone's patience on the Fears Man cartoon. I know it took a while. Took about half a year, but we're almost there. So yeah. And I'll give you guys a progress report on what I think of this, because this is one of the most latest movies I've bought. It's still in the plastic. Vision said it was alright, so I'm going to give it a whirl. I swear to God, Visions, I thought it was a sequel to this. But Vision said it's kind of a sequel. It's a standalone movie, but I'll give it a watch. And as always, I'll review it. This one was a 9. I really enjoyed this one. But Visions, do yourself a favor. I think you'll like this. I think you'll like Open Windows. It's a psychological thriller. Some people die in it. So it's like half a horror movie, half a psychological thriller. Check it out, Visions. Let me know what you think, because you said you've never seen this one. Watch this one. Watch the Unfriended shit. But watch this one first, and then Unfriended. All right, buddy. Well, I'll see you guys later, and this is Fears.